Hey, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, do that thing down below. I have spent the late part of spring, all through the summer and early part of fall, moto camping on the East Coast. And that has gone from Tennessee all the way up to Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine area, somewhere in there. And a lot of places in between. I've spent a lot of time on the Mid-Atlantic BDR, and I think I really got a good feel for what it's like to moto camp out here on the East Coast. So I wanted to provide my 5 favorite things about moto camping on the East Coast. Part of this is for everyone out west that loves riding out west and knows that that is the destination area, is to give you a little bit of perspective of what you can find out here on the East Coast. And also, because I've talked to so many people on the East Coast that are desperate to ride out west, maybe to remind you how good the moto camping can be out here if you just use a little creativity and look at things maybe a little bit differently. Maybe look at them from my perspective, coming from the west to the east. So with that being said, let's get started with my 5 favorite things about moto camping on the East Coast. All right, number 5 is the availability of gas. Might seem like a small thing, but out west I was always having to carry fuel with me. There's some very remote places. Out here I never have to worry about it. I don't have to carry spare fuel, and even better than that is I can find premium ethanol free gas out here. 91 and 93 octane ethanol free, which I absolutely love and my bike absolutely loves. So that is my number 5 favorite thing about moto camping out here, is availability of fuel and the ethanol free fuel. The number 4 thing that I love about moto camping out here is it is green. A lot of camping in the Southwest, especially in the desert, is brown. Is like a very short period of green. Deserts are brown, they're not green. I have really enjoyed being out here with the big hardwood forests. There's moss everywhere, there's undergrowth everywhere, it's green, there's lots of grass. I've camped in grassy spots and been around all that. I really, really love the fact that it's a green summer. I don't know, there's just something about it. It just feels very vibrant and alive. And so that's the number 4 thing I've enjoyed about moto camping on the East Coast. The number 3 thing that I have enjoyed about moto camping on the East Coast is being able to find a variety of different places to camp. There are campgrounds around, and there's been more campgrounds than I expected. I wasn't sure what I was going to find when I came out here, but I haven't had any trouble finding places to camp. Early on in this spring, I was just kind of winging it, and even then I was able to find some places to camp. I keep hearing something behind me, I'm not sure what that is. But so yeah, finding the availability of camping. The campgrounds here are pretty good. You do have to pay for quite a few of them, but the one thing that comes with the campgrounds out here that I really don't see very frequently out on the West Coast or the western part of the US is showers. Most of the campgrounds that I have used have had showers, which is a huge bonus, especially if you're riding around in the dust and dirt. And out here, because of the humidity, you're all sweaty and maybe a bit icky, and it's nice to get all that washed off. So the number 3 thing that I love about moto camping out on the East Coast is the campgrounds, the availability of them, and that they have showers. All right, the number 2 thing that I really, really like about moto camping out here on the East Coast, especially in the summer, is the temperature changes are very, very minimal. I can get in my tent and it'll be around 72 degrees, and when I get up in the morning it'll be about 68 degrees. So I don't have to bring a sleeping setup for really extremes. I enjoy that. So I've been able to go to a much smaller sleeping bag. I don't have to carry as many clothes. I haven't even carried jackets with me most of the summer other than a rain jacket. So that has really been something I have enjoyed. Not having those huge temperature swings, being hard to get up in the morning because it's cold. It's been really easy to get packed up. I can start off in shorts in the morning and a t-shirt, and I've really enjoyed the warm part of it. All right, the number 1 thing that I have absolutely loved about being out here, I grew up in the West. I didn't have this growing up, and every time as a kid I saw it, I thought it was awesome. And what is that, you're asking? That is lightning bugs. I know this might sound silly, it might even sound childish, but I absolutely love lightning bugs. One of my number 1 favorite thing this summer about camping out here is sitting at my picnic table, sitting in a chair, and just watching the lightning bugs as it gets dark, watching them fly around and light up all around me. I've really enjoyed that. I'll put in some music that I like, maybe some light tunes or whatever it is, but just the music and then watching them pop off, it's almost it's meditative, I would say, because it takes my mind off of all of the other things going on in life, and I can just kind of enjoy the peace of it and just watching them go. So those are some of my favorite things, and the lightning bug's my absolute favorite thing about moto camping on the East Coast. A bonus thing about moto camping on the East Coast that I've really enjoyed is the availability of ice cream. There's ice cream stores everywhere. So within about an hour, 2 hours, you know, every 1 or 2 hours, you'll see a place where you can get ice cream, and it's really good ice cream. I haven't seen that before. I'm not used to that. So I have eaten a lot of ice cream this summer. I have put on a lot of weight because of all of the stuff that I've been eating out here. So yeah, from that standpoint, it has been fantastic. So if you have never done any moto camping out here on the East Coast, I highly, highly recommend it. And for those of you out west that think, no, I really don't want to do it, just give it a try. Even if, make a trip out here, you can rent bikes. I think it's worthwhile spending a little bit of time out here. It gives you perspective. It helps you maybe appreciate some of the riding that you have out west and see what everyone else is doing out here. So it just broadens your motorcycle camping experience. It's been a lot of things that have happened out here that I wasn't prepared for, that I'll talk about in another video. But from that standpoint, yeah, I highly recommend coming out and doing moto camping out east. So if you live out here and you have similar experiences or other things that you really like about moto camping out east, leave that in the comments below. If there's things that you do out here that are things that you don't like about moto camping out east, or whatever your experience is, leave that down below as well. So thanks for watching. Get out, do some riding, do some of your own moto camping, and I will see you out there.